In our previous video, we delved into how anger can be a destructive force when not managed correctly. Today, we're taking it one step further. Let's dive into an emotion that's often shrouded in mystery and misunderstanding. Hatred. It's a complex emotion, isn't it? Too often we find ourselves either expressing it without thought or repressing it deep within ourselves, but neither of these approaches is particularly helpful or healthy. So, what can we do about it? That's what we're here to explore today. This video will guide you through the labyrinth of hatred, helping you understand its roots and how to navigate it in a constructive manner. We'll provide strategies that can help you acknowledge, understand, and move through your feelings of hatred, leading to a more emotionally intelligent and compassionate approach towards yourself and others. By the end of this video, we aim to provide you with strategies that can help you navigate through feelings of hatred constructively. Hatred, like any other emotion, is a part of being human. Denying it can be more harmful than helpful. This is a truth we often overlook. We are complex creatures capable of an array of emotions. Hatred is one of them, a potent emotion that can take root deep within us. It is natural to feel hatred, just as it is natural to feel joy, sadness, or fear. The key, however, lies in acknowledging these feelings. There's no denying that hatred is an uncomfortable emotion to grapple with. It's dark, it's intense, and often it can feel overwhelming. But here's the thing, the more we try to repress it, the more we deny its existence, the more control it gains over us. Repression can lead to unconscious behavior. You might find yourself reacting in ways you can't quite understand, or feeling emotions you can't quite explain. That's because when we push something down, it doesn't just disappear. It festers, it grows, and it can ultimately hinder our personal growth. So, what's the solution? It's simple, yet challenging. It's about acknowledging and accepting your feelings of hatred. Yes, even the uncomfortable ones, even the ones that make you squirm, the ones that you'd rather not admit to. It's about looking at these feelings head on and saying, yes, I feel this, I acknowledge it. It may not be easy, but it's an essential step towards resolution. By acknowledging your feelings of hatred, you're taking away their power. You're saying you exist, but you do not control me. And in doing so, you're opening up a pathway towards understanding, towards healing. In the grand scheme of things, feelings are just that. Feelings, they are not actions. They do not define us, unless we let them. So instead of letting hatred consume you, acknowledge it, understand it, and then you can begin to navigate through it in a constructive, healthy way. The first step towards resolution is recognizing and accepting your feelings, no matter how uncomfortable they may be. Once we acknowledge our feelings of hatred, it's crucial to understand where they're coming from. It's like being a detective in your own mind, unraveling the threads of emotion that tie us to our past experiences. So, let's delve into the depths and try to understand the source of our hatred. It's not a journey for the faint-hearted. But remember, self-awareness and introspection are powerful tools in our emotional toolkit. The more we understand about ourselves, the better equipped we are to navigate the tumultuous seas of our emotions. Firstly, consider the potential triggers. These could be certain behaviors, actions, or words that spark feelings of hatred within you. Perhaps it's a perceived slight, a betrayal, or a wound that has never fully healed. These triggers are like buttons that, when pressed, unleash a tidal wave of emotion. Identifying these triggers can give us insight into why we feel the way we do and help us manage our reactions better. Next, let's think about our past experiences. Our past shapes us in ways more profound than we often realize. Negative experiences from our past can leave emotional scars that influence our feelings towards others. Perhaps you were hurt by someone in the past, and now you find yourself harboring similar feelings of hatred towards others who remind you of that person. Acknowledging these past experiences and their influence on our present emotions can be an enlightening experience. Now, it's time for introspection. This is where we turn the lens inward and scrutinize our own thoughts and feelings. It's not about placing blame or feeling guilty, it's about understanding ourselves better. Why do we feel hatred towards this person or situation? What does this say about us and our needs, fears, or desires? This kind of self-reflection can reveal the root causes of our hatred. It's important to remember that introspection isn't about finding fault within ourselves. It's about understanding and accepting our emotions as they are. It's about realizing that our feelings, including hatred, don't define us. They are just parts of our emotional landscape that we can learn to navigate. Finally, let's look at the root causes of our hatred. These are the deep-seated reasons behind our negative feelings. They could be linked to our self-esteem, our sense of worth, or our need for acceptance and love. Uncovering these root causes can be a difficult process, but it's a necessary one if we want to understand and manage our feelings of hatred. Remember, understanding the source of our feelings is not a one-time process. It's a journey of self-discovery that continues throughout our lives. It's about constantly striving to understand ourselves better so that we can manage our emotions more effectively. Understanding the source of your feelings is a major step towards managing them effectively. It's about gaining control over your emotions rather than letting them control you. It's about becoming a master of your own mind. Now that we've acknowledged and understood our feelings of hatred, it's time to move through them. Let's first remind ourselves that processing hatred, like any other intense emotion, is not an overnight task. It's a journey, often a challenging one, requiring patience and determination. But remember, the rewards are immense. So let's delve into some strategies that can help us in this journey. The first step is to address the underlying issues. Hatred is often a symptom, a reaction to something that has hurt us deeply, but dwelling on it doesn't solve the problem. It merely perpetuates a cycle of animosity. Instead, we need to dig deeper. Is it an unresolved childhood issue? A traumatic experience? A betrayal that still hurts? By identifying and addressing these issues, we can start to release the grip of hatred on our hearts. Now, this might sound a bit counterintuitive, but another strategy is to allow ourselves to feel the hatred. Suppressing it will only make it grow stronger. Instead, let's feel it, observe it, analyze it, and then let it pass. Much like a storm, it will eventually subside, leaving us calmer and more composed. Next, let's talk about forgiveness. It seems difficult, often impossible, to forgive those who have wronged us. But forgiveness isn't about the other person. It's about us. It's about freeing ourselves from the chains of resentment and bitterness. By forgiving, we're not saying that what happened was okay. We're saying that we choose to no longer let it control us. Alongside forgiveness, empathy is a powerful tool in overcoming hatred. Trying to understand the other person's perspective, their struggles, and their motivations can help us see them in a different light. It doesn't mean we agree with their actions, but it does mean we're willing to see them as humans, flawed and complex, just like us. Lastly, let's not underestimate the power of compassion. Compassion towards ourselves, towards the person we feel hatred towards, and towards the situation. Compassion allows us to accept things as they are, not as we wish them to be. It helps us understand that everyone is doing the best they can with the resources they have. Moving through hatred is a journey of self-discovery, growth, and transformation. It's about learning to navigate the stormy seas of our emotions and coming out stronger on the other side. It's about choosing love over hatred, understanding over judgment, and compassion over animosity. Remember, it's not about eliminating the feeling of hatred. It's about managing it constructively. By acknowledging, understanding, and moving through hatred, we're not just dealing with a negative emotion. We're also cultivating empathy, compassion, and resilience. We're growing as individuals and paving the way for a more peaceful, harmonious world. And that, my friends, is a journey worth embarking on. It's important to remember that emotions aren't bad. It's what we do with them that matters. Embracing our emotions, even the uncomfortable ones like hatred, is a key part of our journey towards self-awareness and growth. Yet we must strive not just to feel, but to understand. To delve into the origins of our emotions, to untangle the roots of our hatred, and to confront it rather than letting it consume us. There are many resources available out there for those who seek further guidance in managing their emotions and relationships. Books, online articles, podcasts, and professional help can provide valuable insights and strategies. But the most important step is the first one, deciding to actively work towards resolution. To choose understanding over animosity, compassion over bitterness, and growth over stagnation. Remember, while it's natural to feel hatred, it's what we do with those feelings that define our character. By acknowledging, understanding, and moving through hatred, we can emerge stronger, more compassionate individuals capable of fostering positive change in ourselves and the world around us.